Good morning, friends. So, we'll discuss today the general issues and the challenges being faced by NGOs, and I'll let you know how to overcome these issues. So, first of all, what are the NGOs? So, NGOs play a critical role in the social development. Despite their impact, they face multiple operational and strategic challenges. First, we need to know the strategic overview of the major operational and financial organizational challenges encountered by the NGOs various time. I will share both the issues and the practical solutions that organizations can adopt to improve their sustainability, governance, and overall impact. So NGOs serve as the backbone for social development, advocacy, and community support. But despite their meaningful contributions to the society, many NGOs struggle with structural and systematic constraints. These challenges often create practical problems in operational efficiency and long term sustainability. So, now I tell you what all these challenges are and how we can overcome from them. The first and foremost and most common challenge for any of the NGO is the limited and unpredictable funding. The primary reason for this challenge is that many organizations really heavily on external donors whose interests and priorities gets changed time and again. This lack of diversification leads to financial vulnerability. Additionally, short-term project-based funding also makes long-term planning very difficult. So, how to overcome from this funding challenge? So, what to do and how to overcome from this monster challenge for every NGO? What I have gathered from my 3 decades of experience is that we should have some very important steps in mind if we really want to run our NGO smoothly and effectively. The first step is that we should diversify our funding sources. Actually, most of the NGOs should reduce their dependency on a single funding source and should pursue the diversified funding model. While working in NGO and meeting day-to-day challenges, we usually forget that we should have other donors as well. And we should expand our grant portfolio at a local, national, and international level. We should build our corporate CSR partnerships. We should launch individual giving and crowdfunding programs. And we need to explore social enterprise models. Step 2 can be we need to strengthen proposal development and donor engagement. So we need to build internal capacity for grant writing and budgeting. We need to align our proposals with the donor interest and requirements, maintain ongoing communication with the donors, and we should share the impact reports regularly with our donors on a quarterly basis. Step 3 can be implement robust monitoring, evaluation, and learning systems. We need to develop indicators and data collection tools, share our data-driven impact stories with various stakeholders at all levels. We need to use monitoring, evaluation, and learning insights to refine our programs. The step 4 can be that we need to strengthen our organizational capacity and governance. And for that, we need to maintain transparent financial systems and audits, build strong governance structures, implement compliance and risk frameworks. Also, we need to invest in staff development. The next challenge is the governance and accountability issues. The weak governance structures can negatively affect transparency and credibility. Without strong internal controls, organizations may face financial mismanagement or operational inefficiencies. Inadequate board involvement further undermines these organizational oversight and decision making quality. So, what should be the solution to governance challenges? So, strengthening governance requires clear policies, routine audits, and transparent reporting. Boards must be composed of individuals with relevant skills and must actively participate in oversight. Regular communication with stakeholders build trust, and strengthens accountability. From my experience, I have seen in many organizations that board members are just to be on the board and they don't have any active participation with the organization's vision and mission. Please try to understand the sensitivity of the organization's goals and objectives, and it is not the primary responsibility of the leader heading the NGO, but it is the team effort, including the board involvement in the issues as and when required. The next challenge is the human resource limitations. In today's fast paced world, the biggest challenge for any organization, whether it's NGO or corporate, is how to retain and nurture the right talent in the organization. NGOs also often struggle to attract and retain skilled professionals due to their limited budgets. High turnover disrupts continuity, while lack of training leaves the staff unprepared to manage evolving program demands. Volunteer management can also be challenging in the absence of structured processes. So, how to overcome this human capital challenge in our organization? So, we need to invest in workforce development, which is very essential. NGOs can foster staff loyalty by providing training, recognition programs, and growth opportunities. Volunteers should be engaged through structured onboarding process, clear roles, and ongoing support. Non-monetary incentives such as flexible working hours and hybrid office, that is 3 days from office and 2 days from home working environments, can improve the retention and help the organization to sustain with the employees for a longer duration. The next challenge is the technology and the infrastructure gaps. Many NGOs lack access to modern digital tools, resulting in inefficient data management and limited outreach capacity. They have a low digital literacy among staff, which further complicates adoption of new technologies. Sorry. This gap reduces the organization's ability to scale operations or engage effectively with stakeholders. So, how to address these technology gaps? NGOs should adopt the low cost or free digital solutions such as cloud based systems can significantly improve productivity. There should be the training programs which focus on building practical digital skills. Leveraging technology for data management, communication, and monitoring enhances transparency and project execution. These days, Microsoft Corporation is also providing the free licenses for the latest MS Office Suite version to all the NGOs having all the registration papers and necessary approvals in place to run as NGO. So what are you waiting for? Just go and grab this opportunity and contact Microsoft through their website on how to apply for these free licenses. The next very important challenge for every organization to run as NGO is the legal and compliance challenge. Every country do have different norms and regulations for the NGOs to operate. NGOs must operate within complex and evolving regulatory environments. Registration processes, reporting requirements, and compliance obligations, especially for international funding, can be cumbersome. You will be surprised that failure to comply can lead to penalties or loss of your registration. So be vigilant and proactive and follow all the norms and rules properly. So how to solve these legal and compliance issues? So first is NGOs must partner with the legal experts or consultants who must have the valid experience helping NGOs to retain compliant. Simultaneously, we should implement all the internal compliance checklists and monitoring systems to ensure adherence to local and international regulations. Keep updated always on the policy changes, prevents administrative and operational setbacks. So what is the conclusion? So the conclusion is that to remain impactful, NGOs must proactively addresses all the structural and operational weaknesses. Through improved governance, diversified funding strategies, stronger human resource practices, and digital transformation, NGOs can enhance their ability and resilience. Long-term sustainability requires adaptability, transparency, and strategic planning. Thank you very much.